Anchor line clear. New. Thoughtful. Today, we're doing the splits between Washington, Philadelphia, and Hollywood. Get ready, because we have a $2,000 check that won't clear the bank, a scoreless NFL victory, and proof that memes are Tinseltown's new raw material.
We're going to dissect these three stories to see if it's genius or just massive speculation.
We're starting with the biggest number, $2,000. President Donald Trump dropped another bombshell idea. He wants to give a $2,000 dividend to most Americans, financed by the massive tariff revenue he's put in place. It's a political promise aimed at proving his trade war pays citizens directly.
In simple terms, it's like your friend telling you, I taxed my neighbor $100, so I'm going to give you $200 with that money. Except here, we're talking billions. There's a monumental gap between the money actually collected from tariffs and what that refund would cost. It's a bit of the too good to be true of fiscal policy.
So, what's going on? President Donald Trump struck again on his favorite social media platform with an idea that even the Fed gurus wouldn't have dared to imagine. He's proposing to give a dividend of at least $2,000 to nearly every American. We're talking 150 million people, those under a certain income limit.
And where does the money come from? That's the killing question. The idea is simple. Fund this dividend with the revenue generated by his massive new tariffs. For Trump, it's a way to give the wealth from the tariffs directly back to the people, a kind of loyalty bonus for those who accept the trade war.
Exactly. It's the ultimate poker move. He says, we tax imports, the money comes in, and we give it back to you. It's his argument for selling his tariffs, and he's doing it with the biggest carrot possible. It's audacious. It's political genius.
For now, it's mostly a massive question mark that needs Congress's approval. And there, the expert analyst in me is starting to smell financial sulfur. Let's get into the hard data. Authenticity first. We're talking $2,000 per head. If we count 150 million qualified adults, that takes us directly to an expense flirting with $300 billion. And that's not counting the kids.
Ouch, $300 billion. That's a tsunami of liquidity. But, and here's the kicker, how much have those famous tariffs actually brought in? Treasury figures talk about roughly $195 billion collected in the first 3 quarters of the year.
But you have to adjust that. The cost of tariffs isn't just what they bring in. The price of goods goes up. Analysts have calculated that when adjusting for the actual budgetary impact and the decline in other revenues, the net amount those tariffs have generated is only around $90 billion.
$90 billion in net revenue versus $300 billion in promised checks. Do you see the gap? That's a $210 billion deficit. It's not called a refund. It's called borrowing massively to buy votes.
Exactly. The tariff money should be used to pay the bill, not to hand out electoral gifts. We are facing impossible arithmetic. That's the authenticity of the market. You cannot spend 3 times more than you earn. My skepticism is at its maximum.
Let's move on to sports with the Eagles NFL news. This Monday night, the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Green Bay Packers 10-7. Defensive investment pays off. Philadelphia's minimalist victory. It was Monday Night Football Week 10. If you were looking for offensive excitement, you came to the wrong place. The Philadelphia Eagles beat the Packers 10-7. That's a score worthy of 1985. 0-0 at halftime.
0. In the modern NFL, that's panic. It's a blocked market. But what that tells me is that the Eagles' investment in their defense is paying off. They did the bare minimum on offense, but their line choked Jordan Love. It's the anti-roller coaster of the market. It's boring, but it gets the job done.
Getting the job done means Saquon Barkley finds the small opening for a run, and Devonta Smith catches the single touchdown to make the difference. But it's the defense with newcomer Jaelan Phillipsthe that held the fort. That's the financial lesson. When the economy slows down, it's the safe havens that maintain value.
The critical moment is the end of the game. Green Bay is in a position to force overtime, and they fail on a 4th and 1. That's the managed risk by the Eagles' defense that paid off. It's an ugly win, but it's a win that consolidates their lead in the NFC East.
Now for Hollywood and the hustle of the attention economy. Actor Glen Powell is about to turn Eli Manning's famous viral sketch into a TV series.
That's the buzz. Actor Glen Powell, the rising star from Top Gun and Anyone But You, will play Chad Powers in a new series for Hulu. For those who lived under a rock, Chad Powers is the hilarious disguise Eli Manning took to try out for a college team as a walk-on.
It was just an ESPN viral sketch, and now we have a series with an A-list actor with Michael Waldron producing. That proves that in streaming, virality is the new currency. Studios no longer buy original ideas. They buy hashtags and memes with a guaranteed fan base.
It's a low-risk investment on a pre-tested concept. It's marketing genius. They take something everyone loved and they monetize. The entertainment market is the attention market, and Chad Powers has already captured it. We'll see if this meme has the momentum to last a full season.
The market has its laws, and today we saw that federal arithmetic doesn't work, but the arithmetic of sports and streaming is simple. Solidity pays, and virality is pure gold.